Hey everyone, I'm Matt Bill, and today I'm going to show you how to consolidate your image textures in Blender. If you've ever found yourself managing multiple textures across different parts of a model and thought there must be a better and more efficient way, well, you'd be right, because there is, and this tutorial is for you if you want to learn how. Let's get started. Alright everyone, so the first thing we're going to do is make a copy of our object here. So go ahead and select your entire object and Shift D it. We're gonna make a new collection called backup. Better safe than sorry, you know? I'm not gonna mess up, but if you do, you'll be thankful. Go ahead and hide and disable rendering for that. Alright, so the next step is to go to UV editing. So go to the top bar and click on UV editing. And what we're gonna do here is we're gonna select all of our objects and combine them. So if you haven't already, go ahead and do that. To do that, press A to select everything and Control J to combine it all. And now we're going to go into edit mode by pressing tab, and if you press A and select all the vertices, you can see what we're talking about. All these UVs are all over the place. They're overlapped because each set of UVs is using a different image texture, and we don't want that. We want it clean. So what we're going to do here is, before we unwrap, we're going to go to data on the right panel, and we're going to scroll down to UV maps. And what we're going to do here is we're going to make a new UV map. So we're going to do that by pressing this plus icon, and we're going to name this new. And we're going to name the old set of UVs old. Now we're going to be selecting our new UVs, and we're going to select our vertices, and we're going to go up to UV, and we're going to hit unwrap. And as you can see, it's starting to look a lot better. Everything's separated and looking nice. One last thing I like to do, it's totally optional, but I like to go to UV and hit Pack Islands to try and make the most out of the empty space. That looks a lot better. Alright, so the next step is going to be to go to shading, and you're going to Shift A, search image texture, and hit new. And I'm going to name this low poly node underscore color. Now that we have that done, what we're going to want to do is we're going to want to copy it with Control C, and what we have to do is we have to go through every material that we're using, and we have to paste this image texture into there, otherwise it won't work. And also make sure that it's clicked, so make sure it has a white border around it on every material, and you're just going to go through each material and do this. Alright, so the next step is going to be to go back to the data properties, and we want to make sure our UV maps are selected in the right order. So you see where it says old, you can have these selected, and you can also have the render enabled or disabled. We want to make sure that we have our new UVs selected because that's what we're going to bake to, but we want to make sure our old one is rendered because that is what we want it to look like. So have it selected like this. And the last step is going to be to bake. So we're going to go up to the render tab. We're going to make sure we're in cycles because you can only bake in cycles. And we're going to scroll down to the bake properties. I'm going to be baking diffuse, but you can use this method for any type of map that you want to bake. And I'm going to deselect direct and indirect light because I don't want that to interfere. I just want the color. And we're also going to disable selected to active, make sure that's disabled. Now that all that's left to do is to just bake. So we're going to click bake. And voila! Everything works smoothly for me, luckily. But to make sure that it all works out nice, and to get it to work, what we're going to want to do here is we're going to want to go down to the data properties, and we're going to want to start rendering with our new UVs. It's all messed up now. Hold on. Don't lose me. We're going to want to either delete all these materials or make a new material. I'm going to delete them all because we have that backup. It's okay. And we're going to make a new material. We're going to get a new image texture. And we're going to search for this low poly node C, the new image texture that you used, that one that you duplicated everywhere. We're going to hook that in. Take a look at it. Everything's working all nice. Very, very nice. It's using this new image. We go to UV editing. we could see all of our UVs are using that image texture very nicely. And that's it. That's the tutorial. If you have a roughness or normal map, you just do the same exact thing and repeat the process. And that's the tutorial. I hope you survived. If you liked this video, please give me a thumbs up. Subscribe for more tips. If you liked any of the models, check down below in the description. I upload them to sketchfab, turbo squid, whatever. I don't know. Appreciate it. See you next time.